Hi everyone, it's Miranda here, and today I have my September TBR pile. I read a lot obviously from March to August, and I did a video on that. So now with this next half of the year, I have a lot of books that I really want to dive into and read. Some that I have read but many years ago, and obviously some new ones that I have sitting on my shelf. Like I have a very large amount of books just sitting here, just one for a mate, just relaxing. First few books that I want to dive into, which a lot of people have read. These books are YouTube/booktube classics, and they've been around for a number of years. And they are Under the Never Sky, Through the Evernight, and Into the Blue. Now this is a trilogy, came out back in the day. I remember when I was younger and everyone was on it. The reviews on this trilogy have been great, and you know, it's just a staple. Like everyone has to read these books. Under the Never Sky, worlds kept them apart, destiny brought them together. Aria has lived her whole life in the protected dome of Riviera, her entire world confined to its spaces. She never thought to dream of what lies beyond its doors. So when her mother goes missing, Aria knows her chances of surviving in the outer wasteland long enough to find her are slim. Then she meets an outsider named Perry. He's searching for someone too. He's a wild savage. Just reminds me of TikTok, but might be the only person who can keep her alive. So obviously it's a whole feels like an Under the Dome vibe. I'm getting Under the Dome vibes, and I feel like that's where I am now. I'm confined, I'm trapped. Obviously we have to stay at home in Victoria with everything that's going on, so feels like me. This also reminds me of Book of Ivy for some weird reason also, because Book of Ivy, you know, society, they were trapped because of the nuclear bomb, or Divergent. Hey, Hunger Games even. Like all these dystopian books, they're always freaking trapped. Freaks by Amanda Hocking. Now, I got this as an ARC ages ago, uncorrected proof copy. Amanda Hocking, I have great memories of reading her books. She wrote the trilogy, and I really love that. The first book is Switched in that trilogy, and I have a review on that I did 7 years ago. The way she writes is really good, and the way I actually discovered Amanda Hocking back in the day was I used to collect the Girlfriend magazines, and her book was literally came with the magazine. Now this has been out for a number of years now, so apologies, I'm only getting onto it now. In the spring of 1982, the carnival comes to a small town in Louisiana. Then events take a dangerous turn. For Mara, the carnival is home. It's also a place of secrets, hidden powers, and a buried past, making it hard to connect with outsiders. However, sparks fly when she meets a local boy. Gabe? It's G-A-B-E. I can't pronounce. As they become inseparable, she realizes he's hiding his own secrets, as they all do, and his family legacy could destroy Mara's world. They find the word freaks spread on trailers. This reminds me of American Horror Story, the Freak Show. You know, I feel like freaks are always involved with circuses, even though they shouldn't be freaks, because circus people are really cool, and This Is Me and the whole Greatest Showman vibe, they're my type of people. Heartless. I have read this book before and I love it. It's thick, it's a big book. The writing's really small, even though it has I think 500 pages or nearly 500 pages, but the writing is tiny. It's a quirky, romantic origin story of the Queen of Hearts from Alice in Wonderland. Now, I read it many years ago, so I have a vivid memory of what went on, but I can remember that I really enjoyed it. And obviously it tells the story of the Queen of Hearts and how she got her heart broken and how she became so cold and why she chops off people's heads all the time. The girl has a talent for cooking magical confections that can alter a person's emotions, catches the eye of the King of Hearts, who wants her for his bride. She'll do anything to avoid this fate, particularly as she finds herself falling in love with the mysterious new court jester. I'm very thankful to get so many uncorrected proof copies back in the day, and I still continue to get them, even though I haven't done anything, but I will review them all in good time, do not worry. Cinder. All I remember is it was a staple booktube book that everyone has read, and that's why I read it back in the time. However, when I did read it, I did not dive in to Scarlet Winter and Cress, or Scarlet Cress Winter, And recently I did buy Winter, which is a ginormous book. Hubba hubba. That's like even bigger than freaking Breaking Dawn. Like, that's huge. A gifted mechanic in New Beijing is also a cyborg. She's reviled by her stepmother and blamed for her stepsister's sudden illness, but when her life becomes entwined with the handsome Prince Kai's, she finds herself at the center of a violent struggle between the desires of an evil queen and a dangerous temptation. Cinder is caught between duty and freedom, loyalty and betrayal, and now she must uncover secrets about her mysterious past in order to protect the Earth's future. This girl has a lot going on for her. What do you plan to read in the month of September? I really hope to dive into those books and then read them, so make sure to check me out on Twitter for the latest updates on these books and how I'm reading them, what I'm thinking about them, and all the latest goss. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let me know what you're reading down below in the next few months. I'm Miranda. Thank you. See ya. Over and out.